The court was all about rivalries and scandals. And it's really important to note that there was a sort of blurring between the court positions, the sort of private positions, so work in the Privy Chamber and work in the public court, the Privy Council, in that you could work in both. Certainly when there was a king on the throne, his advisors would also be helping him dress in the morning, if you see what I mean. Whereas it was a bit different when there was a queen, because women couldn't hold public office. So a queen's Privy Chamber staff were more just focused on her private needs, and then her Privy Council would be filled with men. So you can imagine there was great competition for places in the court. Everybody wanted the top jobs. Factions would form, particularly once religion came to the fore in such a major way. During the reign of Henry VIII, you get the Conservatives, the Catholics, the Reformers, later known as Protestants. Everybody's scheming for power and for personal gain. Of course, there are scandals. I mean, in a court, which is also a kind of marriage market. This is where you send your sons or your daughters to make advantageous marriages. So, of course, there's going to be scandals, sexual scandals quite often. There are illicit affairs, there are unwanted pregnancies. And actually, a lot of the scandals you might associate with Henry VIII because of his marital history, which was quite colourful. But it was his daughter Elizabeth who probably suffered the most scandals during her long reign, because she expected her women to follow her example and not marry and not have children. And so little wonder that they started conducting kind of illicit affairs and secret marriages even, because they knew the Queen wouldn't give her permission. So this is when you get the most, I think, scandals developing. And I'm thinking of the likes of Lettice Knowles, who dared to steal away the Queen's closest favourite, Robert Dudley, Earl of Leicester, and she married him in secret. And when Elizabeth found out, she boxed her ears, and she said she would never have that she-wolf back in her court.